Guess I gotta hit him with an update. Okay. I been getting to it when I'm up late. Hit it when you went the front gate. They ain't back like that, no. Hold up. Guess I gotta hit him with the update. Really with it, I ain't got a pump fade.
What's up, everybody? It's shameless plug time. So thanks for checking out the podcast, Going Full Nerd. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. What's up, everybody? It's shameless plug time. So thanks for checking out the podcast, Going Full Nerd. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe everywhere possible. So look for Going Full Nerd on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, goingfullnerd.com, and my Twitter handle, ONYXXX1969. You can also listen to the audio version on its home, Anchor.fm, but also on Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you consume your podcast listening pleasure. Hey guys, let's get on with the show. Oh, I know it's been a while. It's been a long time since I left you without Going Full Nerd to step to. I know, I probably should have done it. But let's go ahead and kill the music and let's talk. Yeah, it's the return. Yo, man. How long has it been? It's been like, what, going on like 6 weeks? 6 weeks. 7 weeks? 6 or 7 weeks. Okay. So, what's been going on with your boy that forced him to take a break? Okay, first of all, I took a good break. I ain't gonna lie. Time for me to pour the adult beverage. I had a break from these too. So, the key ends up being, took a break. And what did I do at that point? Well, I coached, or at least I was the assistant coach for a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful group of kids. And we won the championship of flag football for our little area of the world. Again, that's what we did. Oh my gosh. Whew. With a record of 7 wins, 0 losses, and 1 tie. Ooh-wee. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. That was pretty good. Then I did finish watching Ahsoka. Okay. Did finish watching that. So I owe everybody a review of my final thoughts on Rosario Dawson and the Ahsoka Star Wars miniseries. So I still owe people that. What else? I started watching Gen V. One more episode to that, then I got to go ahead and review that. That's 7 weeks. Wow, that's something else. And so I tried to be that guy, and I tried to slip in a little fast one. I did try to slip in a fast one. And the fast one was, I took a couple of videos and I tried out some software, which I think I'm going to start using in the future, which will allow me to pre-record and kind of push out videos because we're getting close to the holiday season. Let me see what else. Oh, Loki started, so got to talk Loki too. You know what? I still got to get the Gamera Rebirth, you know. As much as I love my old school, and for my New Yorkers, the old school WNEW, Channel 5, you know, Tokyo Monster, Godzilla, Gamera, Ghidra, all that, Saturday morning as we were growing up as kids, I still owe that. And then, last but not least, first of all, I owe all of my New York peeps an apology. I went to New York. I went in for New York Comic Con. I went in and came right back out real quick. You know what? I've learned now. Hold on, I've learned, especially from that trip, that I was a lot braver when I was little. I was a lot more, I'm not going to say reckless, but I had a lot less fear in my heart as a kid. So, and I gotta talk about a little bit of my trip now. But a little bit of that trip is I drove, and I know those are my friends who are still in New York. You guys would be like, you drove into Manhattan by the Javits Center? Yes, yeah, yes, I did. And when I say I was, yo, my nerves ain't what they used to be, man. Yo, I was feeling real violent. I was like, if one of these jokers hit my car, we about to have a moment. We about to have a moment. You know, it is what it is. But here goes the deal. And this is the thing. I've been gone, and really it took me taking that time off to realize I don't have enough time to do everything in the world, but I'm still going to do what I do, and I'm going to try to do it as best as I can when I can. Like, logging back into the software and everything. I was like, yo, I had a QR code up on the screen that people could scan and join the channel and all that good stuff. Hey, the QR code broken. I tried to click on it to make sure that it worked again. They was like, oh, yeah, you can do it work again. I did it so it could work again. They was like, yo, give me like 14 pounds. Not $14, 14 pounds. So it was like, yo, I got to take that off, delete that. Like, egads. And it's just so much stuff going on. I posted on Twitter. I put the phone number for the channel. Notice that I put the phone number for the channel for people to leave messages so I can kind of take questions, take all that good stuff and kind of replay it, do like some extra videos and things like that. And lo and behold, nobody calls the number. I would get emails and things from other people who don't really sign into the live chat. Be like, yo, man, you got to give us the live number again. I can't do the live number because, YouTube is a strange animal. And they will cut you off real quick. And it makes me wonder how a lot of stuff that I see on YouTube actually makes it through. So, it is what it is. So, the next thing is, well, what's next? What's going to happen? Well, this is what's going to happen. I have next Saturday, November 4th, I plan on doing my charity video game live stream. And when I say charity video game live stream, those of you who followed the channel or followed my social media escapades, I have always, for the past 12 years, I've done Extra Life, Children's Miracle Network Hospitals in support of Children's National Medical Center in D.C. Real basic. I'm going to say it again. Basic charity fundraising. Only want to raise $1,000. Do that. That's my goal. Every year, raise $1,000. I do have subscribers to the channel, and the subscribers to this channel, when I reach the thresholds for YouTube, I take a portion of that to keep stuff running, but I also take the majority of it and I put it on the charity, because that's just what I do, and it's one of the ways to give back and do things. So, Saturday, November 4th, roughly around 9 a.m. I think I got it scheduled on the YouTube channel, 9 a.m. So make sure if you're already subscribed, click that. You'll get a notification. If you're not subscribe, get the notification. And to answer the question, what game am I going to play? Well, I usually only play a certain games because I'm an old school gamer. And as an old school gamer, my reflexes aren't as good as they used to be. So I'm going to play all these games as badly as possible. So what I will play, and I will say it, I'm going to play some Madden 24, EA Sports, Madden, NFL, the 24, the newest version. We're getting Call of Duty. Now, I'm not going to be playing the multiplayer. I may play some multiplayer, but the new Call of Duty, okay, Modern Warfare 3, I am going to play some of the campaign. I may try to grind completely through the whole campaign and do that. And may try to get, and I'll be honest with you, I'm going to get some Forza, and all that. I got the streaming set up. It's all good to go. It's ready. I got all that good stuff. But what I also would like everybody to know is if you want to make a direct donation to the charity, not subscribe or give a little fundraiser to my channel and have to worry about me taking my cut to keep the lights on. But I will be, I'll have the link ready for that. That's actually in the description of this video that you can click on, go and donate. Doesn't have to be anything major, $2. Hell, I don't care. Well, I do care because it goes to the children. I mean, it is what it is. That's what we're going to do. But so as far as games I'm going to play, those are the games that I'm looking at. They got a new game, Starfield. I've never even played it. I may boot that up. I mean, I'm going to be on here for a few hours just chatting, talking, going through the gameplay. Everybody gets to look at my wonderful face. I will not be partaking of the adult beverage that I normally do on these live streams. The reason being is it's a daytime thing and I need to be coherent. See, this is an evening thing. I'm done after this and I can carry my behind to bed, sleep. But it's just like so much stuff. So what are we looking at? What are we looking at doing? What are we going to do with the channel? Well, with the channel, the crazy part about you know what? No Tekken. And I'm going to tell you why I don't play Tekken. I get my butt royally whooped. I used to do Mortal Kombat. I did not buy the most recent Mortal Kombat game because, honestly, I didn't feel like getting my butt whooped. I mean, the games I kind of chose, meaning Call of Duty, Madden, NFL, Forza, I got a slight chance of being competitive. Slight chance. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm the best of the best of the best of the best. This ain't Men in Black, okay? This ain't Men in Black, and you're not asking me why I want to be an agent. It is what it is. But what it is I like to be competitive. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm okay with losing. I'm not. But I can accept it gracefully, like a lot of people do. Or a lot of people don't. But yeah, Tekken, nah, man, I can't mess with Tekken. Back in the day, my game used to be Gorf. Look that one up. Dragon's Lair. Look that one up. But we're gonna do what we do. We're gonna do what we do. It's gonna be a day of me talking smack, wearing my signature hats, some cool T-shirts, and kind of flipping in between, and getting some games going, and hopefully reaching that $1,000 mark for the charity. That's what we want to do. We want to reach the $1,000 mark, even though we have until December 31st of this year to reach that mark. We want to make the stream popular enough to reach that mark. Now, there are a couple of things that I'm going to do that I haven't done in years past. A few years past, I haven't been able to monetize those streams for the charity because, the video game companies hit me up and be like, yo, no, we're going to take the monetization. So they're kind of taking away from the kids. They're taking away from the kids. But it is what it is. So I'm going to be doing some things. There'll be some funky stuff on the screen, much like my pow and kapow that you see, the wham and the going full nerd you see at the bottom. And what we're going to go and end up doing is I'm going to be adding some extra animations, may put an extra window, put some chat stuff up on the screen, stuff to kind of diffuse it just so that they don't kill me with the monetization stuff, so that when I monetize stuff and I get the revenue for the channel, it allows me to go ahead and turn that back around and put it in for the charity before December 31st. That's what I do. Try to. But I got a lot of videos I got to go ahead and make. So we're going to change a few different things. There's going to be a couple of more short take video reviews, big discussions on Sundays, to talk about everything that's going on in the week. Like, hey, Matthew Perry died this week. Oh, man. For those of you who like Friends, Friends was nothing but a ripoff of Living Single. If you want me to put it that way, it was, Living Single was just a little too melanated for everybody, but that's okay. It is what it is. But then they came out with Friends, and Friends was awesome. But Matthew Perry, man, I guess the reason why I mention that, Matthew Perry is my age. Yeah. Ooh, scary, man. They say he was playing pickleball prior to him going home and then someone finding him unresponsive. Crazy. Well, one thing you ain't got to worry about your boy, I'm not going to be playing pickleball. It is what it is at that point. It is what it is. Honestly, what else? Going through Chad Midtown traffic. Yes, Midtown traffic sucks. And I'm also going to start getting back into talking about comic books. Now, I know I've talked about the movies, the television, comic book related material. But now that I've had a chance to get back into reading the actual comic books, I'm actually going to be real frank with a lot of people. And I'm not sure if I like the way comic books are going right now. I just, I went through some of my favorite titles: Avengers, X-Men, Justice League, Green Lantern. And some of these storylines are so convoluted. Like, I'm really watching and reading X-Men very hard right now. And it's kind of wild and crazy with what they're doing. And I kind of got some questions for the writers, for the organizers, and how they put this stuff together. I mean, I get it. You're trying to reach a larger audience with a lot of stuff. And I'm not going to cancel culture. Please don't reach out at me. I mean, Iceman was one of my favorite characters. And I noticed I said was. I know I said was. But I think they made some changes to Iceman that were completely unnecessary. Meaning his relationship status. I'll say it like that. I'm not against it. I'm not for it. But I think they could have created a new character and did a lot of the stories that, to build it up, instead of taking, pre-existing characters that some of us grew up with and changing their methodology in how they relate to others. Is that the best way for me to put it? I think that's the best way. I also see another one of my favorite characters out the X-Men being just coldly manipulated and it's just, I don't know what direction they're going to go with it, but Colossus, oh my God, if you go through the recent X-Men books, Colossus is a hot freaking mess. Cyclops, they did well. I've liked what they've done with the Juggernaut. He is not your dumb, brutish villain anymore. He is actually turning into a, blooming hero in his own right, and I like it. I just wish they would flesh it out a little more. Storm is good. I'm good with that. Jean Grey, they still don't know what to do with Jean Grey ever since they brought her back to life. I think Jean Grey is Phoenix. Should have been one of the characters, much like Batman's parents, Uncle Ben, the original Captain Marvel, and stayed dead. I really think that was one of the characters that should have been like that. You know, uh, Iron Man. Ever since Robert Downey Jr. has vacated the role, I think Marvel, comic book wise, has lost their way with that character. Books that I am enjoying, things that I think are, growing in a good pace. I will say Miles Morales Spider-Man is looking good. I will also say that while the introduction of the new Ultimate Universe was a little bit confusing to me, a little bit lackluster, a little bit not coherent, the previews and the things that I've been seeing online in regards to the relaunch of the Ultimate Universe, whether it's the stuff that's getting sent to me by Marvel in their previews or the stuff that I've read on other websites that have preview pages and stuff like that that I don't normally get, I think that's looking pretty good. I mean, we're finally going to get a Spider-Man, a Peter Parker, who's actually married to Mary Jane Watson without all this extra BS that they've thrown into the regular continuity, meaning giving Mary Jane powers as jackpot, having her marry some other guy, adopting some kids. And I'm like, what are you doing to Spider-Man? Making him friends with Norman Osborn, turning Norman Osborn from the Green Goblin to the Gold Goblin, and he's not crazy, but he's going back crazy again. Like, come on, folks. Work with your boy. There are some things you just shouldn't change. Just me. And then, DC Comics, they're not immune to this. I don't hate DC Comics. Even though it seems like I hate the DCEU, I mean the live action stuff, I love the animated. Don't get it wrong. I don't hate DC Comics. I mean, I like Justice League. Justice League reads well. I like, Justice League is not a book anymore. They kind of replaced it with Titans, which I'm kind of like, But I've been reading a lot, and I'm going to say a lot more of The Flash. And The Flash has been looking real good. And I've been, reading some of these one-off stories and things like that kind of work for me. Now, looking at the comments, Red Goblin, too much carnage, too many symbiotes. They need to break it back down to where it's just Venom and Carnage. That's it. Kill all the rest of these. Even Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, has a symbiote suit now. Yes. And, I mean, it's badass. Don't get it twisted. But do all these characters need to have symbiotes? Life was so much simpler when it was just Venom trying to eat Spider-Man's brains. Just saying. Just me. That's just me. But that's how I, look at a lot of this stuff. And, it is what it is. I'm good with it. I'm good with a lot of the stuff going on. I'm still going to love everything I got with Marvel. I love everything I got with DC. I got to start reading some stuff. But we're going to post some of the video from my trip to New York Comic Con, which was interesting. And I definitely got to tell you about the whole experience from start to finish. So I'm going to get myself all dressed up. I'm going to record it so I can have my thoughts together, not get distracted. And you tell me, would you petition? Because, this was my first visit to New York Comic Con in about 8 years because of getting declined press passes in the past. So I'll be back. It's going to be interesting. And it's going to be like, wow. And, some of the video footage, I mean, I am surprised, honestly, that I was there and didn't catch COVID. It was that crowded. Maybe I disinfected myself from the inside out. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Just jokes, folks. Just jokes. Whoo-wee. So what am I going to do for the rest of the day? You know, here goes the thing. I'm going to go jump on the video game, record some footage, because I got to have break time within my video game marathon next week. So I'm going to record some footage, and hopefully I do some good stuff. But anyway, here's what I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm going to end this right now. I'm going to say once again, please, 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 I'm going to pull up the number, and I'm going to say it one more time. People, if you want to have your voice heard on this channel with your questions and the things that you want to see on the channel, I need you to call this number, 202-643-4208, and leave a message. And I will answer questions. Talk about, you got a question about comic books, you got a question about the movies. Hey, even if it goes down to, hey, who would win in a fight? I will give you my reasoning, even though the writer of whatever it is the ultimate decision maker. But we got to get down to it and get together. As a matter of fact, I probably need to watch the movie Five Nights at Freddy. Yes, that's the new Halloween horror. I might have to do that before Halloween. I think I gotta. Just to have something to talk about for Halloween, right? Right. But, as always, I like to go ahead and hit the basic notes that I always do. If you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. Just send it to me so I can say it for you. Hey, finally, they picked the Speaker of the House of Congress. Whoop-de-freaking-do. Make sure the government doesn't shut down in roughly about, 2 more weeks? 3 more weeks? Come on, folks. There's a way to do these things. Make it make sense. Let me hit this funky outro music. And yes, I am back. Funky outro.
They act like they ain't know. Guess I gotta hit them with an update. I been getting to it when I'm up late. Hitting when you went the front gate. They act like they ain't know. Guess I gotta hit them with the update.
Gotta hit you with the update. Yeah, I'm trying to pop this off and do the right thing. Hey, y'all. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. There's nothing else I gotta really say. We gotta get these. I gotta get these reviews filmed, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. Watch my Giants lose today. It is what it is. You're also going to catch some, what I like to call, if you didn't see it the first time, you're going to see it again. I'm going to go ahead and do like I did before with the replay of some of my older videos when I first started. So I think I call it Replay Wednesday. So on every Wednesday, you're going to see some of my old videos pop up live stream. So it's going to be kind of cool. Some of the food reviews, some of those other things, so you can sit back and see where this all began. May not be relevant, may be still relevant. History can repeat itself, and think about a day or two. Take a look over here, above to subscribe, over here to check out some other videos on the channel that you may or may not like. Peace, y'all, and I'm out.
Please tell me what's to these lanes, they must be out of their mind. All up in that face trying to hit up. I know he ain't talking about mine. Putting that work on my grind. Putting that purp in my lung. I'm putting that work on her spine. Put a little drink on my